Kit, it's only a week away from the start of the season, but obviously Crystal Palace friendly first. Can you just talk us through pre-season, what it's been like, a little bit about the new signings and how you feel in terms of the shape of everybody ready for Saturday's last friendly?
Yeah, really, pre-season's been excellent. I've got to say it's gone as well as it could have done, really. So I've been delighted from sort of day one when we got the boys back in for the Strongman week. Really good mentality and attitude, and it was a tough week, really hard work. But they all bought into it, and I ended up enjoying it. I'm not sure how much they enjoyed it. But
it was voluntary, right? They didn't have to do it if they didn't want to.
They were encouraged, I think, it was fair to say. But we got. I mean, some of the boys who didn't come in had been away at international, which was fair enough. But all the other boys, we got in, and they all came in and I say bought into it and worked really hard. And it was a really good week. It was a great week. So obviously we took the body fats at the very first day of the Strongman week, and just getting all the body fat results from over recent weeks, seeing them come down sort of quite considerable steps at a time is obviously great to see. Now that will give the players a lot of confidence, because obviously we put them up on the board outside their change room, so it's a bit of a competition now. They can all see themselves coming right down, and it looks really good where we are now. So they'll see and like an obvious on paper, sort of like an obvious improvement, and from all their hard work, which is quite encouraging, gives them confidence. But it's clearly noticeable to us as a staff when we just watch the sharpness and the intensity of the training, because they're getting fitter and stronger and sharper. So it's really encouraging. It's been a really good pre-season. The new boys have all come in. We did our sort of homework and due diligence on the site, every signing. Knew they were good players, but also we made sure they had to be good lads as well, and good people to come and fit into the environment that I want. And that's an environment where people want to learn, want to work hard, and want to be successful. So
Luke Garber has only just joined. Obviously, you were away in Austria when he came in. Yeah. How's his first few days?
He picked up a bit of a tummy bug the first day, so he was in today doing like a bike session, and they're all joining full training now tomorrow. Train Friday ahead of the Palace game on Saturday. But again, he's a fit lad. I've spoke to him, and obviously Roberto Martinez as well, and he played the full 90 minutes against Arsenal in the game they played, and he's in good shape. He's had the European Championships in the summer as well, so he's feeling really good, and he's raring to go. I had him in the office this morning, and again, another one who's a real good lad, wants to do well for himself and for the club. He's come in. I mean, Roberto couldn't have spoken sort of highly enough about him, and was absolutely waxing lyrical about what a good player we've got and his hopes for him back at Everton afterwards. So we're really excited and delighted to have him on board, alongside all the other new acquisitions and the current players we've got. So it's a good place to be right now. The boys are working very, very hard. The intensity to training every day is there, and it's just a good environment, and it's I've been delighted, and it's going really well.
During the games, obviously you picked a number of different players to play within that 90-minute structure. Obviously you have your first 11, your starting 11 in mind. What does that mean in terms of transfer business? Are you still looking? Are you expecting more players to come in before the season starts?
We're very much still looking, and we're hopeful that there will be at least another one, maybe another two acquisitions, hopefully before the start of the season, certainly before the window closes. I'm like every other football manager. I wanted all of our business done before the first day of pre-season, but realistically that was never going to happen. We wanted to do quite a bit of business, and the business we've done so far, I'm absolutely delighted with. It's been, from the football club's point of view, I think it's been excellent business. Both the quality of the player and the value for money that we've got for the football club, which is very important too. So I've been really, really pleased. Now, like I say, also realistically, we weren't going to get them all in before the start, so some will be done early, some mid-term, some might even go right to the wire before the window closes. But I'm confident we're all putting together, working together, Mike Rigg and Alistair McIntosh, and we're going about our business in the right way. And I'm confident we'll get the squad certainly by the time the window closes, that will be be the squad that will be the one that gets us promoted.
Previously, we've spoken about you wanting to work with a smaller group of players. Given the acquisitions, you've still now got quite a big squad. Do you see some of those players moving on potentially?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it's waiting until we've concluded our business. Really, we need to make sure exactly what we've got in the building, and then there'll be different pathways and different plans for each individual player within the structure of what we need for the squad. So some boys will be going out on loan. Some boys inevitably will be leaving us, but that's how football works, And the lads, every player who's been with the group pre-season has put a shift in and done really well, and I've been really pleased with them. But like I say, also it is football, and that's how it works. Some people will need the loan opportunities to get out and give themselves that chance to improve in a first team environment and get regular games, and other people will leave the football club. So
we don't necessarily like to single players out, but obviously Kostas Mitroglou, given the marquee signing that he was during the window that we got relegated. What's his future at Fulham? Obviously, he's been with you on pre-season, but he didn't really feature in the friendly game.
No, well, he wasn't at a stage where he was able to play matches. I mean, he came in late because he was away with Greece in the summer. So he came into us late, and he's back in. Worked very hard over in Austria. And he's been back at Motspur Park with us now this week. I mean, I think Kostas has made it quite clear he doesn't really want to play in the Championship, and the chances are this season his future will lie elsewhere. But till that's concluded, I'm working him hard and going to get him fit as if he's going to be part of our first team squad.
And if he doesn't go, then he would play. You would be happy to play him?
Well, if he doesn't go, he's a Fulham player, and the team will be picked on merit if we've got people in the building that can come in and do well for us and score goals and help us get promoted. I'm going to pick them.
And in terms of the positions that you're looking for, it's not unfair to say that there were a lot of goals conceded last season. Would any of those positions be defensive positions?
Yeah, we're looking at any good players we can get to come in, but obviously that the defensive side of things was something that we needed to address. I say Luke Garbutt signing, we're really pleased with. Jazz Richards coming on board as well, and Andy Lonergan. So we've made some signings for boys at the back as well, and we're constantly looking. The players in this squad know, and under no illusions, if we can get someone in who we think is going to enhance the squad, then we'll get them in. And it's all about competition for places. I don't want anybody feeling they're going to automatically start just because of who they are, whatever. I want a genuine competition for places, and if someone's playing out their skin and deserve to be in the team, they will be.
And as far as everybody being fit and well, obviously the longer term injury of George Williams, we've seen him training now, that looks really, really positive. But there's been an absence with Scott Parker because of the operation that he had back in May. How close is he and how well is George doing?
Taking Georgie first, he came out to Portugal with us, came out to Austria because he's able to do his work outside in the grass and also then be part of the group as well for a lot of the strength sessions, and he's coming on really well, George. We're very pleased with him. He's starting to do a bit of ball work now, which has pleased him greatly. It's actually finally be kicking a ball after such a long time. So he's progressing quite nicely and he's on course, so we're pleased with him. Scotty likewise, he didn't come out on either of the trips because he was doing specific work on the Alter G machine, whereby he was only building up the percentage of weight bearing work that he was able to do. So now he's fully weight bearing, so he's out running on the grass just this week now. So again, it's a bit of soreness from doing that, which is something new that he hadn't done for quite a while, so that's understandable. But he's quite happy the way it's going, as are our medical team. So again, Scotty's progressing nicely, and hopefully he won't be too far away.
Pat Roberts obviously moved on to Manchester City, and we spoke to Mike Rigg extensively about how tough it is to keep hold of young players. Do you see any of the younger players still being part of your plans and part of the squad going forward?
Yeah, very much. Again, we want to keep all our best young players without a doubt. It can be tough, especially down the situation if young players get into the last year of their contracts and aren't going to sign a new deal. It becomes difficult then.
Is that down to whether they think they're going to play or other influences?
Quite a lot of different influences, to be honest. There's lots of things going on in these young players, well, in all players' lives, everybody's lives for that matter. So, yeah, a lot of it they want to play, and they want to play now, especially once they've had a taste of it. And it can be quite difficult then, but ultimately I need people that really want to be at the football club. That's the most important thing, and are willing to fight for their place. Because, like I say, I don't want anyone to have a guaranteed starting position. I want everyone who's playing in the team to be in on merit, and that's how I intend to pick the team, and that's what I think is healthy, and that's what I think will get you promoted.
Palace, it's the first game back at Craven Cottage. Obviously it's not a competitive game, but it's as competitive as friendlies get, given that it's the last one before the beginning of the season. Is the first 11 that you pick going to be Kit Symons' likely 11 for the kick-off against Cardiff?
Not necessarily. I say I wouldn't. I'm not going to sort of show my hand completely, and this is the starting team. Probably there'll be quite a few from that team that start against Palace that will then be starting against Cardiff, but I'm certainly not going to guarantee by any stretch. And we're putting out a very strong team away at Colchester on the same day. We're treating both games as first team fixtures. Mike Rigg will be at the Colchester game, running the rule over the players there. So if people put in real quality performances there, that will come into contention. Obviously I'll get a video of the game as well for watching Saturday evening or Sunday morning. So we're treating both fixtures as first team games, and it's down to people to make sure they're in that starting 11 against Cardiff.
And I'm not going to overlook that 2 minutes ago you told me this is the team to push for promotion. Can we hold you to that, Mr. Symons?
Well, that's what the aim is. That's what we're all setting out for. The players, the staff, everyone at football clubs. That's what the goal is, and that's what we're all motivated to achieve. So, yeah, you can.
It's good to hear. Thanks for talking to us.
Cheers.